Hello and welcome back to another video. I am trying to find places in my house to film since I've never done YouTube in this house. Today's going to be kind of a low-key video, so that's why I look like this. Today's video I'm super excited about. This is Project Pan 2026. If you've been a viewer of my channel for a while, you know I did Project Pan back in the day. This is a different take on it a little bit. There is a focus on makeup, but it's also kind of just project panning my entire life, basically. My focus for this year is using up what I have, decluttering what I don't need or don't like, and then replacing if something gets used up or brought out. So something comes in, something goes out. It's kind of my mantra for the year. This is the intro video. I do have some specific products, but obviously, like, if I get a gift, something has to go. If I buy something, something has to go. So the updates from moving forward are going to be more vlog style, and then I'll come in and like do a sit down video of like, this is how much I spent, this is how much I got rid of, blah, 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 blah. But the majority of the monthly update is going to be actually showing you the process. My first update will include my Christmas stuff. So like, the stuff I got for Christmas, I need to figure out what I'm getting rid of to be able to bring that in. So that's kind of the thought process behind this. So I do have some specific categories that I want to work on. I will say I'm not as big of a spender as I was when I was doing Project Pan back then, but I still have all the stuff. So I have a lot of stuff. I don't necessarily just bring things in to bring it in for the most part, but I do have a lot of stuff that's just sitting here. So I either need to use it or get rid of it because it feels very cluttered in the house, and it's literally all my stuff for the most part, and it's just all the categories of things. Like, I couldn't even say I really need to focus on blank because it's just everything. So obviously this is more me. Harper's a baby, most of her stuff is new, you know, but obviously toy declutters and stuff will come eventually. But I have been keeping most of her stuff, and then if for whatever reason Brandon has something that I can throw in this video, I will, but most of it will be my things. Or cleaning, home, that type of thing. As for my products, these are my products, and it's really kind of just very random. So the first category is body lotion. I have body lotion and hand lotion, so that'll kind of fit in here, and I just don't use it. I need to stop buying it. I like the idea of it, but I just don't ever put it on. So I have this almost empty, and these are going to be like, Emily, you're kind of cheating, but I need some momentum here. So this is Bath & Body Works Cocoa Paradise. I don't need to save this little bit until summer. I can just use it up and get rid of it. So this probably needs to be cut open at this point. It's almost gone, so I can definitely use this up in January. But to go along with that, I have the body fragrance mist. I like these, but I have all these nice perfumes that I'm not using because I'm trying to use these up. And it literally is way down here. So I can use these in tandem, get these two out, and then I'll be good to go. So that is category one. This is just kind of in tandem with that, but if I feel like I need to add a fragrance mist or perfume or something, I can add that as a category. Next category is skincare. This is the Garnier Micellar Cleansing Water Waterproof Makeup Remover. I literally don't like this. I bought it because I didn't want to go to a different store to get my makeup remover, and now I've been stuck with this big bottle because why did I decide to get the big bottle? I don't know. So we have this much left, and it literally just sits on my bathroom counter, and I just don't use it. So I need to just use it up. Like, what even? And it's leaked all over my drawer, and that's why it's on the counter. So I need to use that up. There's that. Now into the makeup. Now, I do have a lot of makeup in certain categories that I need to figure out what I'm going to do with. But I will say, since being home with Harper, I have not worn a lot of makeup. Honestly, being pregnant with Harper, I didn't even really wear makeup to work. And I've tried to wear makeup. I wore it in my last video. I wore it another day, and it's slightly overstimulating with the amount of time like that she touches my face. So we're gonna play this section by ear, and like, I know eventually I am gonna go back to work and I will wear makeup and all that. So if I need to kind of focus on that later on in the year, I can do that. we'll see. So this might not have a lot of progress at this point, but this is the Clinique Even Better Pore Defying Primer. My mom got this, I think, for a free gift, and she gave it to me, and I honestly don't like it. I have like one primer, a Too Faced primer that I love the most, and I just kind of, there's some stuff at this point that I just stick with and I just keep repurchasing. But I had this, and since it was, I guess, a full size, I don't know, one fluid ounce, that seems full size. Yeah, so if I squeezed it all the way down, it's somewhere near this line, but if I'm using a primer, I am using that. The next category is base, so that can be foundation, concealer, any base product. For this, I'm gonna have the Laura Geller Baked Balance and Brighten Foundation in porcelain. I've used some of this. At this point, I'm just using it as a face powder. I'm about out of the face powder that I'm using, so I'm just gonna put this as my face powder, and I will have like pictures so you can like see a little bit better, but this will be my base product. For eyes, I don't ever know if it's better to like do singles or try to pan a palette or pan, I don't ever know. But in thinking about the products I've had the longest, this is one of them, L'Oreal Infallible Eyeshadow in Ice Latte. And I thought if I'm doing simple makeup, I can throw a bronzer in my crease and put this on my lid. And I mean, it's got a big pan, so there is that. Then for lip products, we have, again, this feels very like Emily You're Cheating, Maybelline Lifter Gloss in Petal. This, you can see through the container, but most of the product is pulled down here. Lip products are one that I'm not going to pull out the stopper. Some things I do, like, you know, break it apart so that I can get all the product, but lip products are not just not one. They just are very messy. So I'm gonna get as much as I can. Product is still coming off onto the brush or the applicator, but we're getting close to the end with this one. So I just, again, I don't need to just have it with this little bit. Just use it up and move on. You've got a ton in your collection. And then another category that I have a lot of that's not, like, I don't know how I accumulate it, but lip care. So chapstick, anything to do with taking care of your lips. But this is the lip sleeping mask from Ulta. And I marked it here. I don't know if that's super accurate, but because it's like, you know, down in there. But this is just gonna force me to use this at night because I think about it. I don't love it because it's very sticky and then I get dog hair all up in my lips. But there is my lip care product. Then we have cheeks is the next category. So blush, bronzer, or highlighter. If my tripod moves, my dog's down here being difficult. But this is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Blush Palette. I used up the shade, I think, Mood Exposure. I don't know which one is what. So I used up this one, which I'm pretty sure is Mood Exposure. Even though that doesn't really, I don't know. Whatever. This might be Luminous Flush. I have no idea. So this is the one, wait. This is the one that I already used up. This one is so close to being finished. It just has some in the corners, and it is like a pinky color. So I'm using that at first, and then ideally I move to this one, which I know for a fact is Incandescent Electra because it's the middle one. I've used this one a little bit, but again, I just don't need to keep this for just one thing because, I mean, the pink is basically gone. So that is my cheek product. Now, hair care is one that I wrote on my list, and then I looked through my stuff, and like, honestly, I need to get rid of most of my hair product because I use the same mousse and hair gel. That's not changing. I replace when needed. I have this dry shampoo and maybe one more, and then I have like a couple like texture root thing that I just need to get rid of. I have curly hair. I'm not ever styling my hair dry, really. It's normally wet, and those products just don't make sense for me to have. So I need to just get rid of those, which would be part of this project. But this has been in my drawer for a long time. Not Your Mother's Clean Freak Refreshing Dry Shampoo. I just don't use dry shampoo. Like, I wash my hair pretty frequently, so if I'm not washing it, it's not greasy. But I think, we'll see, my plan is, if I'm not washing my hair, just to put this in my hair and we'll see. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. And if I decide that that's dumb and I don't want to do that, I'll just get rid of it. Our next category is face masks. I do have a few of those in back stock. So the first, this is, again, cheating a little bit, but we need some momentum. And these just, even though there's not, it just takes up space. So this I got as a postpartum gift thing. Tea tree peel off mask, pore refining and minimizing, so a clay mask. And then these are those eye masks that I got and I talked about in a vlog, and then I didn't use the other two. So we're gonna use those up and get those out of the way. Next item is a candle. I have a candle collection. I got them on sale, and I do love a candle, but sometimes I don't want to burn them because it's not the right season or whatever. And this is, I'm trying to get through my back stock. So this is Snowy Peach Berry from Bath & Body Works. I've burned it a couple times, but it's still pretty far up at the top. So we're gonna have a candle every time. And then the last category, I don't know that I'll keep, but it's a cleaning item. And this is gonna sound very weird, but with me moving into the apartment and the house and buying cleaning products for that, and then being gifted just some in general, and then being given some from family members passing away, you know, like you're cleaning out their house and you take their cleaning products. I have a lot of just like almost used up cleaning stuff. So we're just gonna start with an all-purpose cleaner. This is the Lysol one. It's way down here, so I just need to focus on this one, and then this one won't necessarily be like I use this one up, I replace it with the same thing type of thing. It'll just be a cleaning product because I'm pretty sure I have some more of these in the cabinet. So that one's random, that might not stay, but those are my like initial products that I will be giving updates for. But as for my updates each month, it'll be more vlog style. So like, for example, I got some Bath & Body Works stuff back here. I need to figure out what is coming out or what I'm going to use up to be able to put those back in. I got some clothes and a blanket. So it's like, okay, you have the blanket. What blanket are you getting rid of? And if I don't have something in the category, then I'll either find something else or I'll just move on and say, you know, I didn't have one. So there's that. That is my intro to Project Pan 2026. If you're doing a project similar to this, or focusing on decluttering and kind of I don't want to say minimalizing, but you know, getting rid of clutter and stuff in your house, please let me know down in the comments. I would love to follow along on your channel if you make videos, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye.